Greetings to all in Jesus' name. I am Miss Esterlin in ESMAN from the Philippines. I am currently connected with the Department of Education, Division of San Carlos City, Negros Occidental, as a teacher too at San Carlos Ledesma National High School, and also candidate of the degree Doctor of Philosophy, major in Educational Management at University of Negros Occidental, Recoletas. As a teacher and a future educational manager, and also being engaged in my course at University of Negros Occidental Recoletos, especially in research, and serving my second home for more than 7 years, had developed my desire to explore everything about my school, especially to the teachers like me, and application for my learning with my graduate studies as well. With all my sincerity and dedication to this desire, I have come up to present to you now my study titled 21st Century Teaching Skills and Job Satisfaction, the case of public senior high school teachers in Central Philippines. The respondents of my study are the public senior high school teachers at the selected schools divisions in Central Philippines. Allow me then to begin with the background of my study. Teaching and learning skills comprise a teacher's competence, likewise considered the vital qualities they must possess in the present-day K-12 curriculum. The teacher cannot give what they do not possess. Hence, to produce competent learners, they must possess the competence that include 21st century teaching skills, according to Partnership for 21st Century Skills 2019. It is therefore crucial to improve the efficiency and effectivity of the teaching and learning process to produce globally competitive learners. Our higher 2020 claims, on the other hand, that the 21st century teaching and learning skills of a teacher have a positive effect also on their performance through job satisfaction, and shows that a teacher who has a higher extent of practice in teaching and learning skills may perform well and have higher job satisfaction. A teacher's job satisfaction is considered a pivotal part of the teaching learning process in the educational system. Job satisfaction, which is an essential component in achieving the goals of our educational system, has been linked to the teacher's learning and teaching skills. Teachers who are committed and productive also have the competence to perform all the best of their capacity, as educators are also satisfied with their job. Bona 2020. Further, teachers who are satisfied with their work are fully equipped with the knowledge and fully loaded academically. Thus, they have a great satisfaction with their work and are willing and prepared to impart knowledge to bring change to the learners. In the Philippines, with the policy and guidelines under Department of Education Order Number 55 Series of 2016 stated that the key to 12 21st century quality teachers should be blended with the excellent abilities and need the inspiration to feel satisfied and motivated to the desired outcomes as contribution to the success of the school. The objectives of my study aims to assess the extent of practice in the 21st century teaching skills and the level of job satisfaction, significant difference in the extent of practice in the 21st century teaching skills, the significant difference in the level of job satisfaction, and the significant relationship between the extent of practice in the 21st century teaching skills and the level of job satisfaction. The theoretical assumption of the study is anchored on the theory of equity by Adam 1963. The study theoretically assumes that the teacher's practice of teaching skills influences their job satisfaction. The theory of equity by Adams 1963 perceives that the employee's job satisfaction comes from the balance generated from their input and output. In the context of the study, the theory of equity has something to do with teachers' practice of teaching skills and job satisfaction. The job satisfaction of these public senior high school teachers is highly influenced by their practice of the 21st century skills in teaching. The study utilized a quantitative research design, particularly the descriptive, comparative, and correlational design. The descriptive comparative analysis approach defines and compares the extent of practice in the 21st century teaching skills and the level of job satisfaction. There is significant difference among teachers when taken as a whole and group according to demographics. In addition, the correlational analysis approach in this design describes and measures the degree of the relationship between variables using the statistic of correlation. The respondents to the study were 242 public senior high school teachers of the selected Deep City Schools Division and Central Philippines during the school year 2021-2022. They were determined using the stratified random sampling method. The researcher used a standardized survey questionnaires to measure teachers' 21st century teaching skills and job satisfaction. There was a three-part questionnaire which consists of the demographic profile of the teachers as the first part, the second is the 21st century teaching skills, and the third is for the job satisfaction of teachers. For teachers' 21st century teaching skills, a standardized 21st century teaching and learning survey questionnaire, which was modified to include only the teaching skills by Rabbit 2014, was utilized to assess the extent of practice in terms of critical thinking, collaboration, communication, creativity and innovation, self-direction, making a global and local connection, and using technology as a tool for learning. This encloses a 47-item questions appropriated to five responses, as to which the participants will choose from 5 responses, ranging from the highest as 5 and the lowest as 1. For job satisfaction, a standardized survey questionnaire by Weiss et al. 1967, the Minnesota Satisfaction Questionnaire, was used to assess the level of job satisfaction, both intrinsic and extrinsic factors of teachers. This includes the 20-item questions appropriated to 4 responses in which the participants made the choices from 4 responses ranging from the highest as 4 or the lowest as 1. In terms of the analysis of data, mean, standard deviation were used in analyzing the extent of practice in the 21st century teaching skills and job satisfaction of teachers, and Mann, Whitney, and Kruskal-Wallis were used where significant differences of variables and the Spearman rank correlation were employed in analyzing the correlation between the extent of practice in the 21st century teaching skills and the level of job satisfaction of teachers. Generally, the extent of practice in the 21st century skills of the senior high school teachers in Central Philippines was rated as the very great extent as a whole, and collaboration as the highest rated domain, while the making global connection as the lowest rated domain. The rating indicates that the teachers always practice the expected instructional skills of the 21st century education. They exemplify the teaching competencies that can ensure the quality learning acquisition of their students. This may be attributed with the constant monitoring of the deep ed whether their teachers still demonstrate the teaching skills expected of them despite even the occurrence of the unanticipated pandemic circumstance, as supported by Deep Ed Order number 55, Series of 2016, and Deep Ed Order number 32, Series of 2009. The result of collaboration as the highest indicates that the public senior high school teachers demonstrate well their skills among all the other areas, meaning to say the strength of these teachers is collaborative by nature. This rating could be influenced by the fact that most of the deep ed teachers perform most of their duties and responsibilities like paperwork accomplices and activities in collaboration with other teachers regardless of pandemic circumstance. Meanwhile, in terms of making global connection as the lowest rated domain, this indicates that for public schools to exceptionally mobilize the 21st century teaching skills of their teachers, this area needs little attention. Its great extent result does not mean low, but to fully maximize the teaching skills of the teachers, this needs improvement. The high rating of this domain could be influenced by outnumbering teachers with graduate degree or who are into research, evaluation, and benchmark of their countries, and reflection of experiences in relation to local and global issues. For the level of job satisfaction of public senior high school teachers in Central Philippines, it is rated as satisfied as a whole, and the highest rated domain in the extrinsic factors as very satisfied, and the lowest extrinsic factor rated domain as satisfied. The overall satisfied rating of the job satisfaction of teachers indicates that their general impression of contentment toward their teaching profession is more than the expectation level only, meaning to say, despite its high rating, there is still a need for continuous improvement to ensure the quality satisfaction of teachers toward their career. The very satisfied rating of the intrinsic factors indicates that the public senior high school teachers are driven to perform their teaching profession to their inner disposition and motivation. According to Abreu and Kaliha 2020 and M. Soya 2016, they agree that teaching indeed is a profession that entails a deeper sense of introspection and motivation. In terms of satisfied extrinsic result, this indicates that between the two areas, this needs more attention. The result is high, however, by improving this, it can be strengthened more the full job satisfaction of the public teachers. The studies mostly agree that external factors are rated lower than the intrinsic factors according to Afshar and Dosti 2016, Romero and Bantigue 2017, and Ali et al. 2016. There is no significant difference in the teacher's practice of the 21st century teaching skills when they are grouped according to age, educational attainment, teaching position, and years of teaching experience. The no difference results found when grouped according to age, educational attainment, years of teaching experience, and teaching position indicates that these demographics have nothing to do with the teacher's practice of 21st century teaching skills. Aside from this, they share the same views of teaching skills practice regardless of the categories of these demographics. These no significant difference ratings are congruent to the findings of Bromo 2018. Perhaps these public school teachers do not have varied perceptions as to the categories of the demographics because of their practice of 21st century skills does not depend much on how old they are, according to Stonebreaker et al. 2015, how long they have been teaching according to Graham et al. 2020, how long the level of education they have been achieved by Jurelia and Boato 2021, and how high they have been promoted to a certain teaching position by Paalisbu 2017. In fact, several studies claim that the practice of teachers of teaching skills strongly depends on their competence to perform the profession, according to Eliana et al. 2019, Alessandra et al. 2017, Simatupang et al. 2017. These studies have found that the competence of teachers is a great influence of their teaching skills practice. There is no significant difference in the level of job satisfaction of teachers when they are grouped according to age, educational attainment, teaching position, and years of teaching experience. The no difference found when grouped according to age, educational attainment, years of teaching experience, and teaching position indicates that these demographics have nothing to do with the teacher's job satisfaction. Aside from this, the teachers share the same perception of job satisfaction vis-a-vis these demographics. These no significant difference results agree with the findings of Romo 2018, Malones and Juso 2020. Perhaps the teachers do not have varied perceptions as to the categories of the demographics because their satisfaction in the profession does not depend much on how old they are, according to Balyarte and Roberto 2020, how long they have been teaching by Balyarte and Roberto 2020, how high the level of education they have achieved by Loney 2020, and how high they have been promoted to a certain teaching position by Romu 2018. In fact, there are studies which claim that the teacher's job satisfaction is merely rooted on their motivation and disposition to teach by Abrayon and Kalihat 2020, Altobi et al. 2019, Soriani et al. 2020. The school environment, according to Liang and Akepa 2017, and administrative support, according to Nyembi et al. 2016. With the correlation between the extent of practice in the 21st century skills and the level of job satisfaction of the public senior high school teachers and Central Philippines shows that there is a significant relationship between the extent of practice in the 21st century skills and the level of job satisfaction of the public senior high school teachers in Central Philippines. The significant relationship result between the two constructs indicates that the teacher's practice of 21st century teaching skills influences their job satisfaction, meaning to say, their satisfaction and contentment with their teaching profession is strongly affected by their performance and demonstration of their skills and competence in teaching. This only implies that when schools give premium to the enhancements of teacher skills in teaching, these teachers become satisfied with their profession. The significant correlation result is also congruent to the findings of Sari et al. 2018, Roharhaya et al. 2020, Sani et al. 2016, Taba and Ye 2018, and Akram et al. 2015. All these mentioned studies agree that the teacher's skills and teaching positively affect their job satisfaction. The practice of these 21st century skills would also be affected by their competence in the profession. They cannot practice these skills if they are not competent. Meanwhile, there are studies which claim that when teachers are highly competent, their motivation, disposition, and satisfaction with their profession also increases, as supported by Altubi et al. 2019, Soriani et al. 2020, Danasikaran and Parameswar 2019, and Hidayatollah et al. 2020. According to Sari 2016, as the teacher's level of competence increases, their work performance and job satisfaction also increases. Additionally, Jahan and Ahmad 2018 also found that the teachers become more satisfied with their jobs when they are given the opportunity to practice and share their knowledge and skills. The practice of 21st century teaching skills among the public high school teachers is guaranteed when they are regularly monitored and evaluated. When these are in place, they continuously develop their competence and performance, which result to the application of the latest teaching skills. Also, the continuous teacher education is essential in delivering these different teaching skills to ensure the learner's quality 21st century learning. These skills are demonstrated when they are given varied opportunities to perform them. However, the assurance of teaching skills practice among teachers is ensured when their job satisfaction is given attention. In this context, the sustainable improvement of both intrinsic and extrinsic factors are necessary in excellently advancing the teacher's satisfaction with the profession. It can be done when public schools provide them faculty programs that elicit their inner drive to perform their professional obligations. Extrinsically, their job satisfaction is assured when they are established with favorable environment to work, administrative support, and reward system for their efforts to perform their complex responsibilities. Meanwhile, with the validation of the anchor theory, job satisfaction becomes an essential element which constitutes a teacher's performance of the 21st century teaching skills. However, additional studies employing other variables are needed to validate the claims to this study. For the recommendation of my study, the administrators are encouraged to derive sustainable faculty programs that include the advancement of the environment, reward, support, and professional development systems to elicit teacher satisfaction and mobilization of their performance. And the teachers are encouraged to attend programs that improve them in the profession, like continuous teacher education to sustainably develop their competence in teaching vis-a-vis the practice of 21st century teaching skills. And for the future researchers, they are also encouraged to conduct further studies employing other variables and designs to validate the claims of the study and provide in-depth understanding of the factors that affect the ratings.